Hear me out. Older Hispanic women got absolutely zero filter. They will look you dead in your face after not seeing you for a while, and tell you, "Damn, you really gotten big, huh? You been eating good, bro, huh?"
It really be the tias, man. They just be coming into your life 5-6 years in between in time frame, talking about some like, yo, can I get some money? Like, I know you got like I know your broke ass could give me like $10.
And it's
like,
never nice shit. It's never nice shit. It's always like, "Oh, you didn't get taller, but you got wider." Like, bitch, don't tell me this shit. I don't need to know it.
You on your third divorce, and you blaming me.
No one's mad at you. You can't be mad at me.
And then we in the wrong.
Listen, they're just so out of pocket. They're just so incredibly out of pocket. And we just needed to start off with this because, like, it's just been something that has been a reoccurring theme for the past 2 weeks of my goddamn life. And for my entire life. Listen, some people just have no filter, dog. And you know, I think depending on what level you are with each other, like me and you, like when we talk, we don't really have a filter with each other. But you know, that shit just changed back. In the real world, we have a regular filter with regular people because, you know.
It be slipping.
Because that's the thing about your job, right? You're not in like a setting where you have to talk to people. So you don't have to.
I could actually think of what I need to like. Damn, does this sound good? I have to type it out. That's all I'm doing. So.
Kevin's like a manager now. And today, before the podcast, you ever seen that meme where it's like suffering from success?
Uh-huh.
Where it's like DJ Khaled with his head in his hand.
Yeah.
This motherfucker's like, "Yo, my fucking workers are all too fucking nice to me. They're all saying I'm too good at this shit." Like, yeah.
I didn't say that at all.
It was implied. You're like,
no.
You said you don't like the dick sucking.
Yeah, I don't.
But
really
the dick sucking means you're doing something right.
Or it could just be that people want the job.
Or I already told you, bro. We're gonna finesse, yo. Like, listen. I hope they don't watch this shit, but we about to get some free labor, baby.
I don't know about that.
We about to finesse some free labor.
All the rejects, hither.
Hey, this is socialism at its finest, bro. It's ours.
Your
now.
door closed is an open door over here. Come pull up.
and the HMO fund only grows more and more as we progress in our careers. So,
oh my god, man,
but
that's gonna be so crazy.
Let's address the elephant in the room.
Yes.
I know Kevin hates doing this because we take random. That's the thing, right? Usually it'll be less time, but it's literally been because we recorded Lewis's episode on a Sunday. Which then dropped on Wednesday.
2 weeks. Oh wow, it's been and we're not even dropping this on
Wednesday.
Either.
It's been 18 days.
Yeah.
Since we have even seen each other, since we have recorded a podcast, since we have been human. Well, me. Every time we don't come on, I just come onto this podcast and I'm like, I haven't been a human being for 2 weeks. Which is true.
I don't know what Juan did, but he must have spit on me on my way out because, like, bro, I caught whatever shit he had. And Lewis was sitting right next to him, and he good. But you know what? Like, Lewis' immune system got to be fired. Because afterwards, he took me to his lab. I got to see some, like, cancer cells. And I was like, yo, like, what if I eat this shit right now,
fucking
man?
nerds. But listen, yeah, we've been away. Kevin has better reason. Oh, we both have good reason.
I was just dying.
Yeah.
It's really like the day I left, Juan was just like, yo, I literally, like, passed out, like, after y'all left. Like, I don't feel well at all. And I was like, damn, like, it's really rough out here. And then, like, a day or two later, I was like, hey, yo, like my stomach really rumbling right now. And then, bro, it was uncontrollable. Using the bathroom, coming out of every single way it could come out. And I was like, yo, there's something so sad about being so hopeless in moments where you're like, I can't stop it. I got to keep throwing up.
And the saddest part, too, was like, all this time in my head, I'm like, yo, I'm ready to move out. When I was that sick, I rescinded to that fucking child that couldn't do anything outside of like, Mom, Dad, help me, please help me. And I'm like, I don't know if I'll ever be able to move out now. They just saw me curled up in a ball. They were over here bringing me water and tea and cleaning up my throw up. If I live alone, imagine I lived alone.
Not only do you have to throw up, then you gotta clean that shit yourself.
Son, if I lived alone and I was throwing up the way I threw up that day, I literally would have left to throw up there for days, bro.
Nah, you're insane, bro.
I would have left there for days.
I true. But like there's a point where like I can't stop it. Like it's about to happen. So I just like sit at the toilet for like half an hour until it does happen. But it was so bad. Like you're a trooper. Like you just tank that shit for like 5-6 days. I can't do that. I gotta, I don't get paid. I don't get PTO, bro. So I gotta go back.
Listen, I don't get PTO either yet. So I just
man.
fucking hear me out. If you're sick and you actually go to the doctors, You're fucking weak. Like, I'll be honest. Like, no way you got a little flu or whatever, and you're like, oh no, gotta go to the doctor.
Hey, but insurance is getting paid. I gotta get my money's worth. You feel me?
That shit is ridiculous.
Nah, bro, because you were out for like a week. Like, but a week before we were recording, Juan was already like, yo, like, I have not been sleeping. I've been shitting, farting, throwing up.
My God.
Like, this is so bad. And I was like, why would I want that? As soon as I felt it, I was like, nah, pump me with whatever you need to, and then I'm out of there. But like, bro, every time I go to the ER.
Hear me out.
Huh? Oh, wait, hold on.
Sorry.
My train of thought. No.
Every time you go to the
fleeting.
ER, every time you go to the ER.
Yo, hear me out, man. The ER is like, they make you sit there for hours just for you to feel better, so you can wait another 5 hours and then be sent home on like, oh, like you'll be all right. Like, you know what they told me? Like, after 4 hours of waiting, like, damn, like I'm still like feeling rough. By the time I finally got my bed, I was like, yo, this is the most uncomfortable bed ever. There's people around me dying. I don't want to be here. I'm good. I swear to God, I'm good. Like, take me home. And they're like, no, now we got to take blood work and do all this and see what's really wrong with you. And the thing is, like, I don't know why it happens, but like, they have a hard time finding my vein.
Okay. So
they like, I leave a doctor's office or an ER with like 8 holes in my arm because they're like, it's really tricky. It's really tricky. Like, haha, bitch, this shit hurt now. And it just happened. They had to call like a whole other like nurse who was like, all right, like, look here, we're gonna go to your other arm. And I was like, no fucking way, bro. Like, I had so many fucking bandages and cotton balls on this arm. I was like, please, like, y'all injected the sickness out. I just need to go home at this point.
Because you know what they're thinking, right? They're thinking, why did this grown ass man come into the ER for a little flu?
Hey, man.
Why is this grown man in this? Of course they're gonna fucking pinch your arm 30 times. Like, they want you to suffer now. They're like, there's people dying. This motherfucker threw up a little bit. Now he in the doctor.
Hey, man, that shit is like something wrong with you. Like, if you're throwing up and you're thinking something isn't wrong with me, something's wrong with you.
Nah, I'm just built different.
Oh, then bro, you just how often do you throw up that this is like normal behavior?
Not often, but like that's why I know. Like, I know how my body is normally, so I know I'm gonna get past it. Dog, you have to let your immune system fight some diseases off, bro. If you literally, every time you get sick, you go to the doctor, you're going to live in a bubble the rest of your life because you're never going to it's never going to be your body just doing the dirty work, bro. Like, sometimes you need those red blood cells to just be fucking up some disease, white blood cells, whichever. You need them to be fucking up some diseases. If every time you go to sick, if every time you get sick, you go to the doctor, you're going to die by the time you're 30. You need your body to naturally fight this shit off.
If I didn't go to the doctor, I would already be dead.
No, you would not. I literally trucked out that fucking flu.
Bro, you come from Uruguay, bro. And you were born there. You know how crazy shit gotta be going on in your body right now?
I have lived in America since I was 2 years old.
Okay, but you already had them shits in you by the time you were 2.
Bro, what do you think I lived in? You know, we lived in a home. Like, I didn't live in the fucking jungle.
Okay. Like bro, like... My dad's compared to my mom is like their immune system is different. Like, my mom was like in a city and my dad was like in the fucking jungle, so he's fucking built, and me and my mom are just dying about everything. Like, my mom is passing on all her bodily errors onto me. That's what happened. So now anytime she gets sick, I'm like, fuck, here we go. Like, it's my immune system's time to get fucked too.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I still try to wear my mask in certain places, but it's just been hard. So, like, now I'm just trucking it. Like, now I'm like, fuck it. Like, if I get sick, my body's just going to take care of it. I think I'm going to start spitting your... That was about to sound crazy. That was about to sound crazy.
The voices are winning, huh?
I don't even know why I was going to say that. But I'm just going to start sneezing at you.
I'm going to start spitting in your mouth, huh?
I haven't seen you in 17 days.
Right.
Okay?
This is what happens when you get holed up for 18 days because you were trucking it, huh? This is the behavior that comes out.
I wasn't even holed up. Like, I was seeing people. Like, I was around and about, you know? No, I won't spit in your mouth. I'm sorry I even said that I might say that. Like, I don't even know what took over me there. Oh, man.
The voices were winning, man.
You definitely have to do something about this, though. Like, you can't just keep getting sick.
Somebody has to stop this.
No. They need to, like, I know it's illegal to not have insurance in America, but like
they need to take that shit away from me.
They need to take away your insurance.
Oh,
like,
my God.
I never thought I would say this, but like they need to take away your
you,
insurance.
you might be spitting, bro. Like,
No, I might be your worst enemy actually. Like I think you need to suffer a little bit. Like you need to be at home and be like, oh, I don't even have the option to go to the hospital right now, so that your body can just man up a little bit and be like, nah, I ain't scared of a little disease.
bro, I would hate for your child to come into this world. You'd be like, oh my god, I can't wait for them to have an easygoing life, and then you act like this. There's no great. There's no
Bro,
way.
you're not my child.
Okay.
You're an adult. I would never let my child be sick ever in my entire life. My little niece, my niece and nephew were here. For those of you who don't know, shout out. And my little niece couldn't poop, like for days. So she was like mad, like fastidiosa or whatever. And then she finally pooped on her last day here, and we were all looking at her like, yo, like she got the same face when like you really need to let out that poop, and like you finally let out that poop. Like that's the fucking face she was making. And everybody was so fucking happy and ecstatic and like, yo, we're popping bottles now. Yeah, we talk about poop a lot.
It happens, man.
Listen, another reason that we actually didn't do the podcast last week, or were you done with the hospital talk? Do you have more to say about that?
Yeah, it just sucks. It just sucks being in there.
It sucks. One thing I wanted to say, just as while we catch up for these past like 2 weeks or whatever, I actually didn't want to film a podcast last week because I, Juan, co-host of HMO the podcast, received my first fan cam.
I forgot about that. Yo, Sophia, man, what the fuck, bro?
Sophia, you're literally his Kevin's girl. Yo, like Kevin has a whole girlfriend,
and I don't get this shit.
And
man.
someone literally clipped different parts of me in different
from like episode
episodes.
1,
dude, from
episode 2.
Do you realize how ridiculous this is? Like, Sophia, you got mad time. Like, all you do is work. Like, after work, like, you got some time. Your boyfriend's an editor. Like, you should be in the fucking stew cooking up a fucking TikTok for this motherfucker so he don't even gotta work. You should be already. You should be yo, get Sophia in the fucking sweatshop, bro. We gotta get her working.
She on the train listening to this.
No,
big ass eyes.
But yeah, I got a fan cam, and hear me out. It's not for everybody. Like I recognize that, like, not that I'm some ugly dude. I'm not over here trying to be a pick me, like, oh, I'm so ugly. No. You guys need to understand, like, I'm not that type of attractive where like there are some people that are attractive that look good from every angle. I'm not one of those people. Like some of those clips were like me mid-sentence and I'm like, oh, I can't get these.
What a humbling experience. Like me at a 45-degree angle, bro. I'm like, damn, I really look like a fucking bird, bro. Like, this is not so bad.
Yeah, some of the times, like, I was opening my mouth, I was like, I can't believe that's what I look like. Like, is this me? Like,
this is what you see on a daily basis.
It's funny.
Y'all let me walk around like this.
All of them are from like the same angle because our angle is the same in every fucking one. So it's just like it's like you could literally get the same thing if you just like green screen me on a different shirt every day. Because it's like the same angle. And the funny part is, like, the first half of the clip was me saying I'm an engineer. I didn't realize how much I say that on this podcast. And maybe in my everyday life I say it a lot too. But yeah, it was like 10 clips of me saying I'm an engineer. And then it was me just being handsome.
The personality of Juan.
It's such a shitty feeling.
Bro, I told you, get called out on it. There's some attentive watchers on there. Oh my god, you know how much time that must have took to look for all the engineer clips? That's insane.
So much. And you know what's so funny? I'm so fucking like lame. Like, I think about that shit and I'm just like, oh, I'm so fucking lame.
Why?
Because I got the fan cam while I was playing Magic the Gathering. Like, I'm like, yo, I'm really fucking too lame to be getting fucking fan cams.
No way, man.
I'm over here playing a fucking dueling card game. Like, not online either. Like, I'm playing a physical card game against other people at somebody's home. And I'm on my phone getting a fucking fan cam. You know how shitty I felt?
Check this out, guys. I bet y'all don't got this. Y'all don't have this.
Everybody's like,
I play this on the field.
And literally everyone there is like in happy relationships and like on track to probably get married in the next 3 to 4 years. And here I am with a shitty butt just over here talking about like, oh guys, but I got a fan cam. Like, yo, shut your bitch ass up, Juan.
The Magic the Gathering to fan cam pipeline is insane.
It really, when I tell you, sometimes I forget that I'm a human being. Like, that's the type of shit that I mean. Like, there are certain things in my life that don't make sense. And that's fucking one of them. Like, never in my life did I think that would ever be real. At least not in that context. Like, maybe if I'm like in a movie where I'm like playing like a bad bitch or something, you know what I mean? If I'm like in Magic Mike and I'm taking off my shirt. I got a little 6-pack going. Like, I get a fan cam there. And listen, I'm not complaining. Like, make more of me. Like, that's fine. But it's just so humbling.
Oh my God. I don't know. I haven't had one yet, so who knows? Who knows the feeling? Hint.
Yeah, your girl is fumbling, bro. See, this is why I
fumbling the unfumbable.
Oh man, you're better than me, man. You're better than me. This is why I'm single. Like this, I say it time and time again. It's a recurring theme, but like I could never be in a relationship where my girl don't even make me a fan cam. Growing at 6 years for what? Like
7. We just made 7 years.
I fucked that shit. Oh, well, you guys did something for that, right?
Mm-hmm.
What did you guys?
No, we didn't.
Well, you guys. Tell them where you went for the other weekend. Was that for that?
No, that was this past weekend. But I was just busy because I bought so much fucking shit, and I was just fucking sorting all of that.
I hate you.
Why?
Because Kevin, right, is like he is secretly like a multimillionaire. Okay.
I'm
not. One day he'll be like, "Yo, Juan, I can't afford to buy socks. Can you lend me a 20?" That has
never come out of my mouth.
And I'll send him $20, and he's like, "Hey, bro, like I need a matching pair of underwear. Can I borrow another 20?
Can I borrow one of yours?"
Yeah. So I just send him a quick 100. Like I don't even think about it.
Yeah, for sure.
I just sent Kevin a quick 100. And then
my favorite was when you let me borrow your Bugatti, bro. That was like my.
All right, let's not lie about shit. Like, let's be real. Like we're open and honest on this podcast. Like when I lent you my boxers for like that week and a half, that single pair of boxers that you wore, like you could say like I did that for you, but like the Bugatti shit, come on, let's be real. Like I don't own a Bugatti, but I got some extra underwear that you could borrow
for sure.
But I forgot where I was going. Oh, okay. And then the following day, this motherfucker goes and buys $6,000 worth of fucking like $16,000 worth of fucking Funko Pops, just
bro,
like littering his home with plastic toys.
Bro, I need inventory, whether it be shoes or fucking collectibles that I'm selling. Like it needs to fucking happen. And you know what's crazy? Everybody has told me the same exact fucking shit.
What?
Bro, you're crazy, bro. Bro,
I don't think you're crazy. You know how I think about that shit. I don't think you're actually crazy.
Oh, they have like literally everybody's just like, bro, you're insane, bro. You're insane. And like, if there's anything I learned about like trying to do something, like trying to buy shit, whether it be sneakers, whether it be collectibles or something, it's like you can't listen to people, man. They don't know. They don't want to try it. And like, even if it's crazy, that shit fails, bro. I gotta know. I have to know. I have to like, I'm willing to try and see what happens.
It's just like the sheer context of like, $16,000 with the Funko. Like, that's a lot. Like you can buy a car.
I'm stressing because I'm like, how am I gonna sell this shit, man? No, but I have some. I had to stock up because I got some vending events coming up soon. So.
Oh, that is true. Where are you gonna be?
Woodbridge Toy Show.
Woodbridge
Toy
Show.
It's gonna be Collector Con. It's gonna be it's run by Woodbridge Toy Show on Instagram, but the actual event's gonna be in Edison.
Okay.
It's called Collector Con. Be there. I'm gonna be vending ton of shit there. Pokemon cards, collectibles.
Wait, when is that?
Huh? The 22nd of this
is
month.
That this upcoming this
Saturday.
this weekend?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Fuck! Why didn't you tell me beforehand? We could have made some like HMO shit.
Oh my god.
So like, you should give out with every purchase. Put a card with our
Oh my god, that'll be peak.
No,
bro.
like I'm so serious. Like, I'm not even joking.
Yeah, that could happen. Yeah.
Oh my god, we need to do that.
You have a week. Because I have to sort inventory and do a bunch of shit. So
Holy shit.
You have to handle it. And then the next one, which is going to be a bigger event, is going to be in June. That one's going to be... I forgot the name of that one.
Wait, it's this next Saturday. Not this one.
The 22nd, whatever that is. I think that's this. No, not next weekend. Next weekend, not this weekend. Right? Yeah.
Okay, but what are you going to be doing? What's the next one?
Next one is going to be... I don't know. I don't have information on that one yet. But I was going to be in June. Stay tuned. I'll talk about it again when we get there. But yeah, it should be cool. If you're into Funko Pops, got a lot of shit. Quick promo, got Disney, Star Wars, Marvel, DC, anime, Pokemon, DBZ, Demon Slayer, a bunch of shit. Reach out. Handles, what is my
HMO
handle?
the pod, and then we'll link you to the other shit. This guy's trying to eat off the podcast. Like we don't allow.
No, Juan told me. I was like, this is how I know I got fake ass friends on this podcast. Because Juan was talking about something like, yo, where you been? Like 15 motherfuckers sent him a message talking about something. Bro, where you been? I miss you.
All right, can I tell you something?
Yeah.
This is one of those times where like, I didn't lie, but I'm not telling the truth.
Oh my god, here we go.
So like 15 individuals did not hit me up, but like enough people hit me up where I felt like I could say 15 without it being like crazy outrageous. But like, like 5.
That's insane. I had 0. Well, I got one person, but he reached out to both of us simultaneously, so that doesn't count.
That's because like I feel like you don't like when the podcast drops, you don't go and tell people to listen to it. I go and personally go and tell people like, hey, my podcast just dropped, go listen to it, because I'm shameless.
Right.
Like it if me and someone are texting and the podcast drops, I like send them the link and I'm like, oh hey, by the way, my podcast just dropped. Go give it a listen. So like that's the difference.
Bro, the people, yeah, you know what, yeah. I only frequently, no, I don't frequently post on Instagram. And the people that I do talk will be like, oh, my brother does listen. But then I'll tell my parents, like, yeah. But then, like, my mom will tune in. She'll be like, this shit is in English, bro. I'm
yeah.
like, what did you expect?
But that's why. You think it's because you have no fans. That's not the case. I'm just a piece of shit. Like, I don't know how to have relationships with people that do not revolve around, hey, here's my product. Go listen to my product.
Wow. Insane.
Maybe I'm just a serial promoter, and like that's like something that's been like cursed onto me for doing something wrong in a past life. Like I can't find love, but I can find someone to follow the Instagram page. You know, when I go out, right? So I went out. We're gonna say what you did this past weekend, but I want to see what I did. So I went out, and I went out to New York. You know, went to one of the little bar crawl in New York. You know, like New York City. Shout out NYC, New York City. Take it easy on me. City of Angels, Fivil Foreign, and Alicia Keys. I think Kanye might be on that song as well. But I talk to everybody about the podcast. Like, if someone some lady may have approached me and she was like, "Oh, like get into and try to talk to me or whatever," and I was like, she was like, "Oh, like can I get your Instagram?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's at HMO the pod." She read that. She saw. She like looked it up on her phone. She turned around and did not talk to me for the rest of the day.
Wow.
Quite an event. If I do say
you
so
must be
myself,
like a SoundCloud rapper to know.
It's worse. Like I think like people are like, oh, at least he makes music, but this guy like thinks he's important enough to talk on a mic.
Yeah.
Like, that's the crazy part. It's like, oh, like if you're a SoundCloud rapper, like you're at least making a product. You know, you're making music. Music is subjective. But if you're like on a podcast, like you're talking for an hour and a half. I've known you for 6 minutes and I'm already disinterested in what you have to say. I don't want to hear you in a long form. You know what I mean? So. I can see why that might be a turnoff. But what I will say is we need to make HMO cards and you actually need to give them out at, bro, can I say something? You can't be mad at me though. Okay. Give them like $2 off if they follow HMO.
Oh my god, bro, that's the profit right there.
$2?
Yes.
That's how low the profit margin.
I mean, the profit margin is like maybe $5-6 per. Well, some of them are larger. Yeah, but like, bro, that's a lot of the shit.
What if you say $1 off or 50 cents off?
No, if they don't want it, like, bro, what?
Or just
what's the point of me giving a discount for them to go unfollow right afterwards?
Okay, do you?
That's a terrible strategy.
Do you give them little bags or you just give them straight box?
I might have to get little bags.
Okay, in every little bag, put an HMO the cart.
Yeah,
like
bro, there's a protector. You could just slip it in there. It's cool. I have a system. Okay. It'll happen, bro. It'll happen. If anything, tell Sophia too. She's gonna be listening. She's gonna be there. So.
Yes, we need to actually. Like, I'm sorry that we're talking business on the pod, but I didn't even realize like how great of an opportunity that would be.
Like, yo, little boy, like if you don't listen to this shit, I'm gonna.
Yeah, that's just my marketing brain. We can. Oh my god, bro! Like, this is why I say you. Every single time we don't post a podcast, my friends text me, "It won't fail because of me." Mm-hmm. Because I'm like, oh, like we couldn't do it this week, this and the third. Like Kevin couldn't, I couldn't, and he's like, it won't fail because of me. And I'm like, fuck, like it is failing because of me. You know, like I don't want it to fail because of me because this shit's good. So yes, we have to do something.
I agree.
We have to do something. But what'd you do this past weekend? My weekend was boring. This
past weekend, this past weekend, like I literally just, what did I do? Nothing. But last weekend, after the fucking shit show that I was having at like in the ER and at home.
Okay.
That was supposed to be like my first trip away with Sophia because it was supposed to be like for like instead of
what do you mean first trip away? You guys went on trips.
We went away, but like never just us two. Like it's always been with her family, my family. We'll go together. We'll go with somebody else. But we haven't taken like a trip. So we're okay. Let's do like somewhat of a local trip. Let's go out to PA. We could go visit some museums. We could go check out the area. And hey, like it's not too far from like we could hit up the casino too. That's what we like to do. We could just go do all that.
Where in PA did you go?
Bethlehem.
Okay.
Yeah, we were literally on Lehigh campus.
I don't know what that is, but
Lehigh University.
Oh, still don't know, but
I don't know either.
Pop off.
But that's where we were. And we were just looking at it. Wow, what a small town. But instead, I just was in the bathroom the whole fucking weekend. But shit was already paid. I couldn't get my money back. So I was like, well, let's go chill out. It was still cool. We got to chill out. But like, oh my God, bro. Waking up in the middle of the night. You
didn't do anything at all?
I mean, we were just chilling in the hotel. We went to go get some pizza. We were just in the area because I had to be like, I have to have a bathroom readily available. And I'm not about to go blow up a museum because they about to like make you pay to use the bathroom. I'm like, fuck that. So we went there and we just did a lot of gambling that weekend because they have so many bathrooms available.
Oh, so you ended up going to the casinos then?
Yeah, we did. That's what we did. Damn, we got fucked in the casino that weekend, man.
How much did you lose?
We each lost $200.
Oh, that's not that bad.
That's not that bad. For a weekend of gambling, that's not that bad.
For a weekend of gambling, $200? I lose $200 in like 3 hours of gambling.
You lose a lot of money.
I just have no self-control. That's the thing. Like, if I lived closer to a casino, I think I would be addicted. But the thing, some addiction,
university students gotta be addicted, bro. That shit was like 10 minutes away.
Dude, some addictions ain't that bad, low key.
Right.
Let's
be honest, but like gambling can't be the worst one.
Gambling can't be the worst one.
You can get 1,000 times your money, but you can only lose 100%, bro. Which is crazy. Like you could have a 1,000% gain, but only a 100% loss. That's a good ass deal, no?
You can go. No, you can get more than 100 because people take out like the problem with okay, so I said that as a joke, but I think you might believe it. No. Gambling addiction is bad. People like take out like loans and like mortgages on their homes.
Son, when we were there, bro, and it was like I can't believe we're talking about gambling again. But like,
yeah, you're addicted.
We were there at like 1 a.m. Because it was our last day. Tomorrow we're just gonna go chill out. So we were there, and this woman was like playing, like betting like $6-8 on like 3-4 machines. She was bam, slapping the shit out of them buttons, bro. And, like drinking 2 coffees. Like I was like, yo, like her facial expression, like she was shaking, bro, trying to slap these buttons, making sure she get that money. She was not winning, but she was making sure she was slapping that button like hard as shit too. No wonder the machines be broken, bro. That shit's so bad. I'm like, yo, you got like. Remember that? Well, I don't know if you went, but like we passed the guy that was literally crying on a machine, bro. Like, how much money did you fucking throw?
He just like me, bro. I'll be honest. They know better than me. That lady was one spook from a fucking heart attack, man. Just that much adrenaline and coffee and everything going through your system. I don't know how you do it.
It was an unhinged weekend because I was literally like I was not a human because I was just literally like emptying out my stomach and just like
emptying out your pockets
and trying to like be. I feel like, yeah, like, let's do it. Like, bro, at the hotel, we like, okay, so let me ask you this. We had 2 hotel options, one with a pool and one with free breakfast. Which one will you choose?
I mean, you went.
Do you prioritize the breakfast or do you prioritize the pool?
The breakfast just because, like, it's March. Is it an indoor pool?
Yeah.
What are the chances you actually go swimming, though?
A lot. Every time, bro, if there's a pool, I go to the pool.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
There was a pool at our hotel in AC.
No, there was not. She was closed.
Okay, I might be lying.
Bro, it was December. And it was outside.
Was it in December? Oh, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
No,
I'm a pool, like, demon. I'm a pool goblin.
Nah, I would take breakfast over a pool.
Next time I'm doing the pool.
Wait, you did breakfast?
Yeah, we did the breakfast one. And, like, huh?
Okay, no.
No, what were we going to say?
No.
I was like, bro, I literally ruined, like, a couple's, like, whole day because I didn't. Granted, like thinking back on it, it was pretty stupid, but I didn't get the social cues that were going on there. So what happened is that we got down to breakfast, and this lady, I go to like the toast, like to get toast, and this woman is there. The whatever machine spits out a piece of toast, she grabs it. Immediately, like she walks away, mind you, she walks away. She grabs her toast and walks away to her table, and the toaster spits out another toast to like a toast. And I was like, wow, this shit is cool as fuck. Like it's just popping them out as soon as you get them out. So I took that shit, and then the guy, like I'm guessing her husband is there. He was like, the dude took my fucking toast, and I was God, wait, listen. But then I was like, sorry, boss, shit was calling to me, and like he was like, shit was calling to me. What the fuck is he talking about? And Sophia sat there, and when we got to our table, she was like, why did you take his toast? And I was like, what are you talking about? Like, he wasn't there. Like, shit just spit it out. And he just kept talking like, how did you let him take my fucking toast to his wife?
Bro, do you not know how the toaster works? Like, you need to put the bread in there for it to come out.
Bro, you don't understand how it looked. she got the toast, another one spit out. She could have put the two toasts on the same plate, but she chose not to.
You know what's crazy? Like, I know that the toaster just looked like a fucking regular toaster, but in your head you thought it was like a fucking robot that's just making bread. Like, they got a little fucking sweatshop robot worker in the fucking bottom of that machine.
Yeah, I was perplexed, but I wasn't thinking straight. I was low on water.
That is insane.
But, bro, how do you not pick up both toasts? If both toasts are cooking, does that not make sense? And then like it was like they were arguing over the toast for like 20 minutes. And the woman, like I was like, I felt so bad for her. I was like, after that, I was still hungry. I wanted to get more food, but I just sat until they left. Cause it was like, Kevin, how the fuck did you let him take my toast? That's my toast. You're a grown ass man, bro. Go get your own toast.
Was he bigger than you? Like taller?
Oh yeah, he was American, bro. He was big as shit.
Oh damn.
And wide. So like he could have like one blow and that's it, bro. So yeah, I felt so bad once I realized that like that wasn't my toast and I actually did take his toast. But then it was not that serious.
How long did it take you to realize that, by the way? Like
a while.
Like yeah, I can imagine.
Because I was eating and then like once Sophia brought it up, cause she was like, "Let's address the elephant in the room. Why the fuck did you do that?" I was like, "What are you talking about?" Like, bro, you don't understand, man. You have to see it through my eyes. That's the way. Like, if a toaster spits out two toasts.
Wait, did it come? Okay. I need to understand. Did it come? Okay, so in my head, right, a toaster, 2 slots.
No, it doesn't. Ching! It doesn't go up. It was one where you put it down, it goes in, and then it spits it like underneath. But
so
they
there's
come
only
out
one slot.
by one. No. You just like put it in, and it's like a rotisserie. And once it's done, it like spits it out and it like comes to you.
Okay. Did you put in any of the pieces of bread?
Zero.
Did you notice anyone put in pieces of bread?
No, zero.
Was there like uncooked, untoasted bread there?
Afterwards, I realized.
I want to no. Just let's answer the questions as they come along.
I said yes.
There was untoasted bread there.
There was.
At your disposal, was it behind like a counter or something?
It was behind a little piece of glass. You had to open it.
You had to open the gap and put it into the rotisserie toaster.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Any time during this interaction, did you open the little glass, grab the untoasted?
Because I didn't see it afterwards. Bro, okay. I'm going. It's left to right. Why the fuck would the toaster be first before the bread? That doesn't make sense.
Or do you think that maybe you were just going the wrong way?
No, that makes no sense.
Why can't it be right to left and then you were just in the wrong?
Because we are in America. We do left to right.
But where was the slot of the toaster facing in comparison to where the bread was? Were they on the same side? Do you get my question?
No.
The slot, the inserting part and the outcoming part, right?
Yeah, they're both facing like me.
They're facing you.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's not a slot. It's just you put it down and it just goes through and then comes out.
So it's just moving at all times.
Yeah.
And I don't understand how you thought that was your toast. Like
I didn't think it was my toast. I just thought it was a toast.
Were you like the only 2 couples there, or was there like a bunch of people?
No, some other people came afterwards, but it was like them, us, and then some other people.
So they were there before you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bro, but it makes no sense. She saw it. She saw both toasts spit out because she grabbed her toast.
How many plates did she have?
One.
So maybe she was just coming back to grab it.
What a stupid idea.
I mean, it's also stupid to believe that that's your toast, though.
Okay, but so then we're both in the wrong.
I want to say that.
But then this is my thing. It literally destroyed. Like that marriage was on like a thread afterwards because dude was yelling at her and she was like, "Can you please listen to me for 1 second? Please just listen to me." I was like, "Damn, bro!" Like over some piece of toast. And afterwards, I went to put the toast in, 1 minute, 2 minutes, and it popped out. Dude was pissed for what?
You
ruined his whole day.
You didn't even like offer to give back the toast.
I already grabbed it. Fuck,
you grabbed it with your bare hands,
huh? Yeah, I grabbed it.
Bro, I need to understand this toast contraption because like I know that you're in the wrong, and I know that the way you thought about it was just completely wrong. But like, I really need to. And this is why when people are like, "Why'd you ever think about starting a podcast with Kevin?" I'm like, "Oh, because he doesn't see the world the way us normal people see it. Okay, like he doesn't see the world like me and you, right? Like you saw that dress, you saw gold and white, and other people. No. Hold on. Other people may have seen it blue and black. Kevin was like, "No, that shit's orange and purple." I was like, "Hey, brother, that's not even an option." Hey, man, like, you know, like the 2 things, like there's 2, like Laurel or Yanny. He was like, "Nah, I'm hearing them say Kevin." I'm like, "Hey, man, like that's just not
about me.
Hey, that's not what's going on here, you know?"
Oh my god, yo, I like I was so confused, like I was like, cause in the last podcast, you were like, oh, like Kevin, you asked some
Not
interesting
dumb.
ass questions.
Interesting
So
questions.
and I was like, I wasn't like I was like, what the fuck does he mean?
Bro,
by
so
that?
many people were like, watch that. So many people. When I say so many people, just keep. It's probably like 5 or less. Okay.
My 30 people that hit me.
So
up
many
constantly.
people. So many people were like, when you said that, I completely agree with you because Kevin's questions are just so funny sometimes. Because you're just like, it's just so deranged. It was like, oh no, the baby touches a piece of metal, he dies. Like, dog, like that's just not how shit works. But yeah,
Oh my god.
I'm about to Google all the toaster models and see what the fuck
See
you were
what I
looking
was
at.
Hey man, it was bro. Like we had to make that breakfast before 10 a.m. It was a weekend. I don't wake up at that time. I was really like fighting for my life, and I just really wanted a piece of toast. And at the end of the day, it wasn't that serious. But that shit was funny as fuck. But another thing is like, yo, my whole thing with like traveling and just, I don't want to say being outside, but just like being in areas that I'm not used to or familiar with. Son, there was some guy there that was like waiting for us to finish eating. We were there for like an hour. Dude was just chilling, sitting down, waiting, just like on his phone, but like facing in our direction. And I'm like, bro, I'm definitely traumatized from when I got like robbed at gunpoint at like 16. So I'm like always hyper aware. I feel like you're also very hyper aware. You're so like, I feel like we've connected. Like even in like when we went to New York and some like,
yeah, we were like, let's get away from you guys.
Some dudes came into the restaurant that were looking like mad sketch, and we were like we just both like stopped talking and just looked at each other. We were like, yeah.
You just know, bro. It's like where we're from. Like people are gonna say what they want to say, but it's like nah, you know.
Yeah,
like sometimes like you know, like
bro.
if you grow up around it and like certain scenarios, you're like, nah, this is not normal behavior.
Like I'm not. I don't feel safe, and that's That's literally what happened. We were talking, and like I knew that dude was there. And as soon as we finish eating, like literally, like we finish, we throw our sip, we start walking up. He immediately gets up on his phone, following us, like to the elevator, and like he's like, hold the elevator, and we're like, okay. So like he just gets in, and I was like, click floor 2. He like checks, he's on floor 2. And as soon as we get out, he's waiting for us to walk to like try. I'm assuming he's trying to follow us.
Yeah.
So like I'm just like immediately I'm just like, oh, no. So hold on, Sophie. I'm gonna call my family to see where they are right now, and like. Dude is like behind us until he like realized that I'm actually on the phone just talking, and then he like slowly keeps walking until he goes into like his room. He just looks back at us and like closes his door. And I was like, at that point, I'm like, oh my god, bro, what the fuck? Like,
wait, but he had a floor. He had a room on that floor.
Yeah, he did. But like, no, like that shit is like not normal behavior.
It's not
like,
normal behavior.
Like I don't know, like call it paranoid or whatever. But like, nah, I'm like at that point, it's like it's not even just me.
Yeah,
it's also Sophia. So like I'm like so hyper aware of that shit, and like bro, like motherfuckers that like to walk around at like in the middle of the night, bro, that shit stress me out. I'm not about that shit at all.
It's like people are just dickheads. Like I remember that night that we went out. Like I went out Thursday night with my brother-in-law and one of his friends in New York. Right, his friend lives in like Manhattan or whatever. We were like doing a bar crawl, whatever. Like we weren't even like drunk yet. Like we were literally like first bar out. We were walking. Some big ass white dude just fucking like bumps my brother-in-law. He was like, "Yo, watch the fuck out." And then my brother-in-law like looks at him. I was like, "Yo, like, just keep walking. Let's just keep walking." But like my brother was like, "Nah, like I wasn't even looking at the dude that bumped me. Like usually," and my brother-in-law is right. Like I didn't even think about this until he said it. He was like, "I was looking at his friend to apologize for him, right? Because if your friend is drunk, like he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. But like as his friend, you should be like, oh my friend's drunk or whatever." My brother was like, "I wasn't even looking at the dude that bumped me. Like I don't give a fuck." But I was looking at his friend to be like, "Yo, like my bad for my friend. Like my bad." And I was like, "Yeah, I just don't like confrontation. Like let's just keep going."
Just,
like,
bro, especially like in the New York area, like you don't know what the fuck about to happen.
You don't even know.
It's like it's not fucking worth it to like try to be confrontational. Like and like bro, like getting back at night to the hotel and just like every time be like, bro, okay, there's like we're about to get in the car, like, and it's just it's some, it might just be me pure paranoid, but like it's like we leave the casino and we had to park mad far because shit was like packed. Some dude was behind us the whole time, like speeding up. Like let's say we're walking, he's just like from the corner of my eye, I just see him from like the left, like just speeding up, and like we were like it's like a big ass parking lot, and we just have to get like all the way across. I was like Sophia, there's a guy, like just so you know, there's a guy on the left, don't fucking panic, just, like speed it up, let's get to the car.
It's just paranoid. Like every time, because I leave for work really early in the morning, or like when I used to come back home from work really late at night, it is just paranoia from growing up where we grew up. Like I've been robbed a couple times, but like it's whatever now. But I would. This is my reasoning behind it, right? Like, first of all, like every time I would like somebody would pass me like late at night, I would like look back to make sure they're still walking.
Right.
And then also, I would use because like there's street lights, and with the street lights there's a shadow. right? So I would look at my shadow the whole time I'm walking home because I'm like, oh, if he runs up behind me, I'm gonna see his shadow.
Yo, bro, like literally, like it comes down to like literally using like the cars you're walking by and like looking to the glass and like seeing it to make sure like
no
they're behind me. Yeah, like it's so bad.
I use the shadow though. If you don't use the shadow trick, like that
shadow trick. I use whatever reflection you got around. Like check the phone really quickly, see like what else behind.
Those split-second decisions though, like that shit is real, bro.
It's like, especially because I do want to get out more, you know, like travel, not only with my girlfriend, just in general, just go out or whatever. But it's so like,
I always think someone's coming after me. Like, yeah, man. It's like oh my god, you know, in my life I've been a little crazy boy sometimes, you know, and not even crazy, but like let's say like I'll be parked somewhere where I'm not really like it's not illegal to park where I'm parked, but you know I might be doing some like, you know, some questionable things in my vehicle or whatever, you know, that probably shouldn't be done in the vehicle, or you know, and like even like let's say I'm like kissing a girl in my car or whatever, right? I'm like so paranoid, and they'll be like, Juan, we're just kissing. I'm like, no, like
now I'm distracted.
Like I'm so scared. Like you don't understand, because in my head, right? I don't know if this is growing up undocumented or whatever, but it's like, oh, they're gonna arrest me and send me to Uruguay. Like every little. That's why I was telling my parents this the other day, because we were just talking about like why we didn't do certain things growing up, and I told them, I was like, look, like I really didn't do bad shit growing up. Like I didn't do drugs. Like I didn't really drink until I was like 18 or like 20. Like I took some drinks at 18, and then I didn't really start like going out until I was 21. Like I never skipped school. I got good grades, and they're like, yeah, like why? Like you never even tried. And I was like, because I was scared of getting deported. Like, and they're like, that's such a stupid reason. I'm like, but that is the reason.
What a stupid thing to say.
But like that is literally the reason that I was too scared to like. That's why I never got. Like people are like, oh, like why don't you do it? And I was like honestly. Like, I tell people, it's like, oh, because, like, I never really got into it. But the reason I didn't get into it is I was like, oh, I get caught smoking weed, they're going to fucking send me to jail, and I'm going to get deported. Like, that is literally my mindset behind not doing shit. And I don't know if that has transitioned into a life of some. I'm not going to say I'm paranoid, because, like, I'll go out and have a good time, but I'll always be, like, vigilant of, like, what the fuck is going on.
What's going on. Yeah, like,
unless I'm super drunk. Then I don't give a fuck.
That's why, that's another reason. Like, I don't know. I can't really mess with, like, being, like,
under the intoxicated,
yeah, it's just like not being able to like I don't like want to say like not being able to react like you know, like, oh shit, I'm about to handle the situation, but I also want to be like, oh shit, like we gotta, like the fight or flight gotta at least activate.
Yeah, and I'm too big to like not be aware, like because the times where I have been like drunk where like I don't remember shit, like I've gotten carried out of places, and it's like I don't even know how I got home and shit, and it's like I'm too big of a motherfucker to just be walking around like wobbly and shit, because I bump into the wrong dude, and me as a big guy, you know, I'm a skinny little dude,
they
but like
want action.
They gonna think I'm doing that shit on purpose, and it's like not even like that. Like I'm sorry, you know.
Man. Another story. I think I did say this. The one time I went to go out to eat with Sophia, and we were waiting for our Uber, and like two guys just get out of a car and like are like sandwiching us, and like little by little they're just like inching. It was like at night, it was like 8-9 p.m, but they were just inching. Like I remember like afterwards I was like, bro, we can't do that shit again. I literally said that, and like from there it's like you gotta we gotta do better next time, because like they were literally almost on top of us, and like so a car literally parked right in front of us. I was like, we almost got kidnapped. Like we almost straight up got kidnapped, and I was like, oh, like it's kind of cold out here, like can we go back in the restaurant? I was like, no, the Uber's almost here. I was like, oh my fucking god, bro, like please.
And it's crazy because like there's people that really don't even like consider it. They don't even consider
like you gotta get fucked up, like.
And we're jaded because of where we're from. Like we're so jaded because in real life it's not like that.
It's not.
Like it's not like that. Like we shouldn't be that.
I'd rather like be cautious than get fucked.
But what I will say is like being cautious does like stop you from having fun sometimes. Like it really does.
Oh, I believe it.
Because I've definitely been in situations where I'm like, oh, I can't do this because I'm just being like way too cautious. Even like little shit like we'll jump a fence to go play basketball, right? We jump this fence to go play basketball. That's like trespassing. Like you're not supposed to jump this fence to go play basketball. But we'll jump the fence to go play basketball. And no one's ever, like, cops have drove by us. Like, nothing's ever happened. But always in my head, I'm like, oh, they're going to stop us. We're going to get arrested. I'm going to get deported.
This going to be the night. This going to be the time.
Every single time. But it's even like that on, like, a small scale where, like, I notice how people, like, I'm a people watcher. Especially, like, when I'm in a public setting like that. And, like, I know my friends are drunk. I know, like, I'm a little under the influence. Like I'll see how people react to certain shit. Like if my friend bumps into somebody by accident, I'll watch how that dude reacts to my friend bumping into him, or like I'll watch how like a dude reacts like overhearing something that we say. Like, I'll watch that type of shit, and not even on some like, oh, why the fuck you looking like that? You know, not even on that. It's just on some like, I need to be ready just in case some shit does fucking happen.
Yeah.
Because if some shit fucking happens,
it's just not in my nature to be so nonchalant when going out like this, or like not being like you just said, bro. Like just trying to like just be hyper aware of what's going on around you. It's just it's like a survival tactic at this point.
Hear me out. Every time I go to like a hotel or whatever I go to, I'm checking behind the curtain. Like I'm checking behind that curtain. I am not getting murdered, motherfucker. Like there is no way. I am gonna be the cautious motherfucker.
I'm making sure both locks are on the door. The do not disturb is on it. A little floor stopper is on the door. Like nobody getting in here. And if they do, they working for that shit.
They're working for that. At that point, I deserve to get murdered. Right. If he worked that hard, I deserve that shit. Like,
he wanted me. He wanted me. He wanted my life more than I wanted mine.
I probably did some shit to him, and for that I can't be mad. But like, if it's a dude that like he jiggles a doorknob and he doesn't get it, he gives up. He didn't want it bad enough. If I get murdered by him, I'm just stupid. But if I get murdered by the dude that's knocking down the door, more power to him.
Right.
That's real shit.
I did all I could do.
I did all I could do. Like, that's it. You could try your best. If you don't succeed, then you can't be mad at yourself.
Yeah. But it's an interesting conversation. Now to lighten the mood a little bit from that on the way back and just like discussing like shit that happened on the weekend, and like that whole like toaster thing came up again, and like I was just talking with Sophia, and like just like I was just talking about things that like don't make sense to me, or like it's like you said, just the ways that I think differently.
There might be some like mental challenges.
Yeah.
I don't want to name any specific ones, but there might be some.
Like I was literally in that car driving, and I was like, yo, like I might be on the spectrum, bro. Like on a scale of like bozo to like nonverbal, like I might be on a 4. And then Sophia goes and she's like, yeah, out of 5.
Yeah,
I was like, why are you
crazy.
cooking me right now in this car? And then she was like, let's list some things that like are like wrong with you. And
okay,
I was like,
listen.
wow. She was like, you've never been good at figurative language. Every time I've like,
what does that even mean? Oh, like metaphors?
Yeah, or like metaphors or any type of speaking. Because that got brought up because we were listening to music, and Bruno Mars' "Grenade" came on, and like every time I hear that song, my first thought is like, there's a dumbass lyric in this
what
song.
Is it?
Oh, I'm gonna forget that. And then Sophia was like, what are you talking about? Like all the lyrics make sense. And I was like, no. Growing up, I heard a lyric and I was like, this is the stupidest thing anybody could ever do. Why the fuck would they do that? And it was like when he's like, when he says, throw my hand on a blade for you. I was like, why the fuck is he just like slamming his hand on like a knife? That's so stupid. Like, why would he do that? And she was like, no, bro. Like he's literally catching the blade to defend her. And I was like, what? That makes no sense. Like I could have sworn he was just like slamming his hand on like a machete for no reason.
You either got issues or you just don't speak English. Like it's one of the two.
And it just goes back to any metaphor you've ever said, bro. It'd be like,
no, it's true because you do not.
I'll be like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Hear me out. Kevin does not understand figurative language. Like, please do not say a simile around him because he will take you for real. He's like, it's as fast as a cheetah. He'll be like, no, a cheetah runs 56 miles per hour. That car's only 40 miles per hour. Like, bro, like it's language, bro.
Nah, bro. It'd be like, if the fish got pebbles, he's like that. Like, what, bro? What did you just say?
You also don't let people be hyperbolic because I'll be like, yo, mad people hit me up. You're like, oh, mad people are always hitting you up. I'm like, yeah, dude, when I say mad people, I'm talking about like 4 or 5.
You're lying to me. You're like, straight up lying to me.
You're a liar. Mad people's 1,000. Oh, like, no, like that's a hyperbole. Like, yes, I'm not going to be like, oh, no, actually, John, and John hit me up. Like, no, like, yo, mad people hit me up. You can be like, why were they so angry? Like, no, that's not what I mean. That's not what I fucking mean.
Hey, man, it's a struggle. I gotta be somewhere.
English is my second language. And I understand metaphors and this type of language.
Shit my almost my first language, bro. Like I don't get it, bro. Figurative language in Spanish and English, I'm like struggling to be like, bro, you couldn't just tell me what you wanted to say. You had to use animals and other things, bro. You can't just be straight up. So that's always been hard. And she was like, yeah, bro, like that's hard to say. It's like I'm about to go take like I don't even know, is there like an autism test? Like, can you go to like a therapist and be like,
I mean, you could probably go take some.
Like you could self-diagnose on TikTok, but I'm about to go and be like, I'd be like, okay, she'll be like, all right, he or she will be like, all right.
This is a crazy revelation for you to have. Like, just
it might happen. No, but I'm saying I'm about to go and like it'll be like, okay, like we're about to start the test now. So like on a scale of like 1 to 10, like
I don't know how it works. I don't know. I genuinely don't know if it's like a
is it numbers? It's like
yeah, I don't know. But like you probably like they're like not even to like make a joke because it's not like we're not trying to make a joke about autism by any means whatsoever. But like if this is actually something like you're considering. Because like there are very high function
right,
autistic
like
people. I know
like
some
neurodivergent.
Yeah, neurodivergent. Maybe not. Is that autistic? Is the neurodivergent
Yeah,
same
I'm
as
pretty
autistic?
sure, yeah.
Because like you could be like
They're diverging neurally.
because there are so like I don't know, but like that's the thing. Like it's so now with like the age of the internet, right? It's so easy to like label yourself. That's why like you say these things and it's like it is a little bit funny to hear out loud and it's like kind of outrageous or whatever. But like you might actually believe it, and that's okay because of like the age we're at in the internet. Where I'm just trying to give you context so that you don't come off bad.
Okay. No, I was like, wow, thank you, Juan, thank you.
I'm trying to just give more context to the conversation.
I didn't catch that at all.
Yes, I'm just trying to give more context to the conversation before everyone hates
Everybody
us.
at home is like, bro, Kevin is a fucking asshole.
He's not an asshole. Like he genuinely believes it. And it's like being a victim of like the new age of the internet where like everything is getting like labels, where everyone will be like, oh my God, I have so much ADHD or something like that. Not everyone, I don't want to take away, but it's like some people might not have ADHD.
Man, that's my thing with like everybody got ADHD.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like not everybody.
That's
what I'm saying. Like not everyone actually does. And like I'm just using ADHD as an example. It could be an example of everything, but like having so much like access to the internet and like seeing certain things, it's like back in the old days, right? Back in the old days, I'm still talking about days of the internet where like you go on like Dr. MD and you'll be like, oh shit, I have a cough, I have cancer.
Holy
you know what
shit,
I mean?
Bro, I caught Ebola.
Yeah, like type of shit like that though. But that's well, we're seeing it now in like the younger generations, like even our generations, where it's like, oh, they say people ADHD like make sure their doors are locked every night or something like that, right? And it's like, oh, I make sure my doors are locked every night. I must have ADHD. And it's like, oh no, you might just do that because you do that. Like it doesn't have to be.
You might just live in Newark.
Like, yeah, that could, but that's what I mean. And for those of you that are and like label yourselves that way, that like that's fine. We're not saying this is wrong.
No, yeah. I'm just.
But
saying,
Kevin is also just labeling himself that way because of like what he's seen.
No,
and
I'm not labeling him.
You saying you
it
possibly could
like, I'm just like, you know, like
possibility.
who knows? Like it could. Like, about to go in there and be like, holy shit, like,
bro.
These colors, these are some flying colors. Like you got this shit deep.
I feel like we're in a sinking boat and I'm like with the bucket right now throwing water in and you're like just like here's more water. He's like, Juan, you're thirsty, here's more water. I'm like, bitch, we're drowning, bro. We're drowning. Did you get that metaphor?
Sure.
Okay, just making sure because now
you made that one a little bit simpler. Oh my God, he was about to call me Tism.
No. Now I understand why
shit doesn't make sense.
Now I understand why you say I give bad advice because my advice is very metaphorical.
That's what I'm saying.
Holy,
the revelations, bro. It's like it's there. It's the potential is there.
What other things are you?
God, it slipped my mind. Sophia's like probably texting me right now, like, bro, you forgot this.
What other things were you doing that might give off something that's like a screw loose, let's say, for lack of labeling anything.
Like it's really like I don't want to say it's hard, but
I just think everyone has like little quirks that we don't even realize.
You know what? Like I will say, the voices win way more often with me than with other people. Like I'll just be thinking something and it'll slip out of my mouth, and like I'll be like, oh fuck, like I didn't mean to say it, but like you do that a little bit too.
But I'm careful with the language I use now in regards to like the voices and shit. Not not even like because I have like an uncle who's schizophrenic. And one time I said something like along those lines to my mom about like the voices or whatever. Not that I have actual. If a therapist or like someone is watching, like,
holy shit,
we don't have actual
holy
voices.
Shit.
But it's like my mom was like, "Oh, don't make jokes like that. Like that's not funny." And I was like, "Yeah, you're right." And she's like, "Yeah, you have an uncle that's schizophrenic." And I was like, "Yeah, I probably shouldn't like say those things." But now like it's the type of language we use where we're like, "Oh, the voice is one or whatever." But I try to steer away, but I do definitely give into like my impulses. I'll call them impulses. I give into those impulses sometimes and like say crazy shit. Like what did I say the other day on Discord that everyone was like, you should say this on the podcast? And I was like, I can never say this on the podcast.
I have no idea.
I forgot what it was.
I forget too. Like shit just comes to me. And
that's
my one-liners are bangers, bro.
I said about uncircumcised penises.
Oh yeah.
I said like if you have if you have an uncircumcised penis, like you have like a you have like a forever pocket pussy. Because every time
way,
your penis leaves the foreskin, like that sensation is a sensation that people that are circumcised will never get. You know what I mean? Because they don't have any foreskin around the tip. So being uncircumcised means you have a pocket pussy. So really, if you're uncircumcised, you also have a vagina.
Wow.
That's not exactly what I said, so don't quote me on that, guys, but it's something along those lines. Yeah. And I really feel like I was onto something. I just thought
of something else.
What?
You know, I was just thinking about like what like something else like happened. You'll just look at me and you'll be like, bro, I made it so obvious that like it was your turn to talk, and I just keep looking at you.
Oh yeah, I mean like sometimes me and you just have staring contests on the podcast, and that's fine. I mean like sometimes it makes sense.
I'm like, bro, like the people that are listening have to like realize I'm listening to his shit too. And I'm like, wow, this shit is. Yeah, I'm like, wow, I'm so invested right now. Holy shit, it's my turn to speak. Like my bad. Like teacher, please. So yeah, I just be invested, man. That shit is so funny.
I know, but I definitely think there's something there with like mental health issues too, because like I was talking to my cousin about it, right? Because me and my cousin share this uncle that has like but like my whole family. But that's the thing, right? That's the thing about being from where we're from, and I don't mean me and you, I mean like Uruguay, okay? I mean like Uruguay, and like growing up in like extreme poverty, like my mom's side of the family did. Like they grew up in extreme poverty, so they all have mental health issues, but it's like derived from like extreme poverty and like not even like I talked to some of them, and it's just like, oh, like this is like. And then I talked to my cousin one time because we come from a long line of like really really bad mental health issues. He was like, oh, but we ended up all right. And I was like,
you'll hear the most traumatic experience you've ever heard. Like, yeah, my whole family burned down in a house, and like I ended up like naked on the street. And I was living like that for like maybe a month or so, but I was good in the end.
Yeah, like look at where I'm at now.
Like, bro, like I would have.
I'll kill myself. but I told him, I was like, yeah, but like I have my little shit, you know, like I definitely have some like. I have some things where like I go from 0 to 100 sometimes really quickly. Like I definitely have that. Like I did it the other day and I felt really weird about it afterwards. Like I was kind of like dissecting my behavior a little bit, and I was like,
damn, like maybe I shouldn't have swung on my nephew.
Nah. But I was like, that's definitely like not normal. Like I definitely got like way more heated at something than I should have gotten. Mm-hmm. And it was something like really small, but it's just like certain shit to me like makes me really, really like anxious. I don't know if like anxious is the right word, but let's just say, like, for example, like, it's like that thing that we were saying, like, someone, like, tells me that they need to tell me something, but they don't tell me what it is. Like, I got something like that happened, but, like, within my family, and I got, like, raging mad. Like, I was like, why the fuck do you guys fucking bother me if you're not gonna fucking tell me what it is? Like, I think I was, like, in the shower. My parents called me, like, 6 times while I was in the shower. I get out of the shower, and I call my parents back, and I'm like, what happened? They're like, come to our room. And I'm like, why don't you just tell me on the, like, if you called me 6 times, and I started getting heated. Man. I was like, why did you just call me 6 times just to tell me to go to your room? Like, at this point, if it was this urgent, like, you could have just texted me. And then I get to the room, and they're like, did you eat?
Yeah, I hate that shit, man.
No. Let me finish though. Before they said, did you eat? And I was like, nah, are we gonna eat? They're like, nah, we just wanted to know if you ate. Kevin, let's like I'm getting mad right now thinking about, like, when I tell you I got raging mad, and I sat in my room after and I was like, I need to chill out because I was so egregiously angry for no reason. I don't know what it was, but it struck such a nerve in me. And it went back to that thing you told me, like you told me this, and I've kind of like taken it more. I've been trying at least, where you're like, if you don't like how you are around a certain group of people, then you also need to look within and be like, why am I this way around this group of people? And you need to like also reflect on like how you react to things, which I normally was just like, oh, they make me angry, so I'm angry around them. But it's like, why do they make me angry? Why am I always angry around them? So it's like, it is a little reflection, but yeah, like it got me so like, and in my head, I'm like, that's not normal behavior. Like that's not fucking like normal. Like I should not react that way. Nah. Because I was literally like, like when I tell you, I was like, I went to go heat up food after, and I was like talking to myself. I was like, oh my god, they fucking pissed me off so fucking much. It is so fucking ridiculous. And I don't know why. Like I can't tell you because I'm not even like that in like regular life. It's just in very specific settings.
Yeah, I mean, no, I've had that. Like I said, like Like on my dad's side of the family, not super close with a lot of the family there. So like, cause it was like, well, I mean, I feel like a bunch of Hispanic like parents do this too. Be like, yo, like, come here, come here, come here. What is it? No, just come here.
Yeah,
I said, come here.
Yo, that. Oh my god. Sorry, I'll let you finish.
Yeah,
That just like strikes
like,
such a
come
fucking
here. Be
nerve.
like, what if I'm dying? You definitely are not saying come here. You're definitely not saying like, what if it's an emergency? Then you would say it's an emergency, unless you're stupid. Like it's really that simple. And then it'll be like, look, the actor's on the TV. Be like, oh, I'm about to explode. Yeah, but also it'll be other stuff like that's happened with my my other family that like I don't care for them as much, so like it just won't happen. Like I remember, like younger, like whatever. My parents had to go do a performance, and I couldn't go with them. They left me with like one of my aunts or uncles,
right?
And they'd be like. And bro, I don't know why they were such haters, man. They like hated my ass, bro. And I could feel that shit. I was like, "Fuck is wrong with y'all?" Like, and like I remember it was one time my aunt was trying to like bully the fuck out of me. Like it was like I'd go like sit in like whatever my cousin's room or whatever, and she like keep calling me, keep calling me, keep calling me, and it'd be like for bullshit, like pass me that controller. Something like, no, you fat bitch, like please go get it yourself, bro. Like I like shit got me so heated, man. Like I hated it. I was like, I'm never coming back here again.
Oh my god! You were 6 when you said this.
Nah, I probably whispered, bitch, but like I was like, just like, no, that's not happening. And they'd be like, oh, you're so disrespectful. I was like, bro, the shit is like right next to you. Go get that shit, man.
Yeah.
Hit a rep. Like.
Yeah, I but then certain things like that happen, and I'm like, oh no, like see, it's there. It's there. Like I didn't escape it. I didn't escape it. Like I definitely have something that I should probably go to like therapy for or something.
Oh my god.
Like and it's like I hate saying it like because we all need therapy, like everyone needs therapy.
It don't matter what.
Everyone needs therapy.
Like I hope because like you got your sister and your brother-in-law, like bro, you're gonna pass on some trauma. Like it's
you do.
It doesn't matter. Like you could try as much as you want. Some speck is gonna sprinkle in there, and everybody really just trying their best, bro. Like it's really like that's really all it is,
bro. You see it firsthand. Like what I've learned recently is like not even like recently. I may have talked about this on the podcast, but like I'm not super like I'm close to my parents in terms of like I love my parents. Like we share a lot, like a lot of moments. We don't really. But, like, my parents genuinely do not know what I do. Mm-hmm. Like, they know I'm an engineer. Like, they don't really know about my personal life. And, like, I was telling this to somebody, and they were like, oh, no, like, I told my mom everything. Like, my mom knows everything about my personal life. Or, like, someone else was like, oh, yeah, like we share everything. And, like, I share stuff with my parents, don't get me wrong. But, like, I feel that way about most, like, the other thing I realized, it's like the thing you tell me, right? Where you're like, you talk a lot, but I don't know stuff about you. I think when it came to like buying a gift, right, where you were like you don't have hobbies, where it's like I feel like I share a lot, but I still share so little.
Yeah.
Because like things I share have no like. It kind of sounds shitty to say because I have a podcast where I talk for an hour and a half often.
No, you're gonna say what? Like it's not concrete.
Like it's not, but it's not even concrete. Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but it's like it's not concrete. It's just like it's shit that doesn't matter. So it's like I'm sharing a lot of little things, but like I'm not sitting there and telling you like
this is my favorite.
This is how I feel.
Thing. Yeah.
Or like this is like I'll tell my friends like, oh, I'm really upset or something like that. Like I'll be open and honest about that certain thing. But I'm a very I'm a very in the now person, so we'll talk about what's in the now. But like things that probably have been building up for years, and like things that really like I hold on to are things that I don't really share with like anybody. Because some people, if you don't have friends to share that to, you share with your parents. If you don't have parents, you might have a sibling. If you don't have a sibling, then you might share it with, I don't know, like there's always someone to share it to. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying I don't have those people in my life that I could share it to, but it's like it's a certain thing in my head where it's like I don't know what outlet, because I feel like I already talk a lot, and in my head I know it's fine that I talk the way I do, but I know people will probably get sick of me, and they probably already think I talk a lot about myself, right? So it's like, oh, but like this is actually me. Like all this other stuff, like yeah, while it is me, it's like little shit that doesn't matter all the way. But like this one thing that I'm about to tell you about is like me to a fucking T. But you don't care about this thing because of all the other shit that I've already told you.
This connects back to like, oh, like I'm being serious right now.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Wow. So many revelations. It's insane.
It's
man.
A real thing because I don't know, man. Like It's like I was telling you before the podcast. I don't care if we talk about this on the podcast, but it's like I think like part of me really thinks I'm incapable of love.
Oh,
like it's so, and we know it's a fucking like we're beating a dead horse. But part of me is like, I don't know if I'm capable anymore. Like a part of me is like I want to be open to try these things and and when I tell someone that like I'm open to try these things, like I'm not lying. Like I'm really open to try these things. But then I'm in these things and I'm like, where am I? Like, what am I? It's like I disassociate hard as fuck.
You're like, this is actually ass.
It's not even that it's ass. And that's the thing. Like, they might be great and this might be a great time. But then in my head, it's like, maybe it goes back to being cautious. But I'm like, what is this going to look like 5 years from now, 10 years from now? Do I even see myself having kids with you? Do I see myself starting a family with you? Like having a marriage? Like, what is this outside of this? Like, what is this outside of this moment? What is this outside of kissing you because you pretty sometimes? You know what I mean? It's like, what is this outside of this moment in time? And that's a genuine, like the other day I was fucking sitting there and I was thinking, like, yo, maybe I'm fucking incapable. Like, is this real life? I don't know, man. Let me make sure the camera's still on. But, but what other things are on Sophia's list?
Oh, I brought this up with a few other people, but like I know you like music. You like music a lot. But like every time I tell people, like I was like, oh, I don't really listen to music. Like I don't either that much. Like I can go like a week without putting a song on and I'll be completely fine. Like,
Same.
I kind of like silence and like, but there's people out there that are listening to like music for like 8-12 hours a day. Like, damn, bro, can you be alone with your thoughts? Like, please have a unique thought. And you know what I hate? Oh my God. And I was getting clowned for this by multiple people, by Sophia and like some other of our friends. Cause I was like, I hate music that's like deep. That shit is ass. I was like, I like.
Hear me out. Can you do a hear me out? Like, yeah. I hate music that's deep.
Oh my God. All right. Hear me out, man. I hate music that's like supposed to be deep or has some meaning, bro. I don't want that shit. I want to get hyped. Like, we are in a party. I don't want to think about a past relationship or like as I'm being broken up with, I'm getting cheated on. Oh my God, there's like terror happening near my house. Like, I don't care about that. I'm trying to get lit. It doesn't matter if I understand the lyrics. It doesn't matter if like it's just one word, because most Spanish music like that too, and that shit is gas. But like that's like I don't care. I actually don't care for like meaningful lyrical music.
This is so fun. Bro said, fuck all meaning. Let me hear nonsensical music for the rest of my fucking life.
No, but like this is my thing, right? I look for like meaning and stuff in like other media, shows and movies. So I've already fulfilled that, like, okay, I've had enough of my deep quota.
Okay.
I just need to get hyped right now. And like, it doesn't matter what the song is. If that shit is not like, bro, if a song is less than like 120 beats per minute, like that shit is ass. I don't want to hear it.
That is so funny.
Like, bro, anytime someone be like, yo, listen to the song, that shit is gas, and that shit starts off with a slow ass beat, I already know, like, this is gonna be some hot garbage. I'm not gonna tell you that because it might hurt your feelings, but I was like, I don't want to listen to this. I'm not gonna listen to this.
Yeah. I've actually only recently started listening to music that only makes me feel like positive, even if it's like because some Spanish music is sad as shit, and like if you really look at the lyrics, it's sad. We talked about this on a previous podcast, but like the beats are so upbeat that like I feel good about it. But like recently, I've just been listening to straight Spanish music, like only Spanish
it doesn't
music.
matter what they're talking about.
Yeah,
who cares about the meaning when like when we're moving, bro? Like that's what I need. It's like like that's what I'm saying. Like I was like, I hate music that's deep. Like I don't care for it. And like she was like, wow, this is so. You're such an interesting character, and like I feel like I get that a lot from her, and I'm just like, wow, like why are you cooking at me right now? Like you're acting like you don't need a ride home. Like I could just leave you here.
You are the worst, bro. It makes me think about like all the shit we've like gotten from our parents. Like low key, we're nepotism babies, yo.
Oh my God.
Like instead of inheriting a business, we've inherited all the bad shit that they've given.
Like I get this shit from I guess a little bit from my dad too, but definitely from my mom. Like I'm definitely way more unhinged with my mom, because my dad is more like, what the fuck is wrong with you? But like my mom, she just be laughing for real. And like I know I got it from her, because like, bro, her favorite type of like movies, for example, are like Anaconda versus Gorilla, or some of those crazy sci-fi movies. Like Anaconda 3, and she'd be like, wow, that shit was amazing. But as soon as there's a little bit of plot, or you have to remember a specific, she's like, this shit is ass, bro. Turn this shit off. Why did you make me watch this shit? And that's why she be feeding for the novellas, because it's really just, oh my God.
That is so crazy.
And like I probably got it from her. That shit is so funny. And like it's kind of rough to say. It was like I said, oh yeah, my mom doesn't really care for like deeper meaning stuff. Like she doesn't, but it's true. She does not care. Maybe in her music, but when it comes to like movies and TV, if that shit got more than 3 main characters, that's it. Like turn that shit off. It's not working.
Low-key, she kind of spitting. That's the thing. You asked me why I don't watch shows and shit, right? And it's like when I consume media, I consume it just in the moment. Like I could read a book and not remember a single fucking thing I just read, but like I'll know I read that book and like I'll know, like I'll take away the main points. But if you're like trying to talk to me about like specific characters, I'll be like, oh, like no, like let's not do that. Even with like anime and shit and like which has, first of all, their names aren't in English, so it's fucking hard for me to remember as it is. Sorry, I can't understand. Like sometimes I can't remember. But I just like consume media and I'm a fucking goldfish when I consume media. It's like I consume it. 2 seconds later, it's gone. Like I'm like, oh,
wow, that was great. Wait, what was it?
Yeah, no, but that's literally how I am. And I think like I'll tell myself like I want to watch a movie or something, and then I'll be like midway through a movie, and I'm like, yo, this shit's kind of like, yo, I don't want to watch this shit no more. Like I don't even like try to finish the movie.
I'll see it through. I'm like, wow.
The other day I wanted to watch what's it called? That one movie.
Wow.
Sorry.
Such amazing content, bro.
Ender's Game. Something game.
I think I know what it is.
Ender's Game. I think it's called.
Is it like no? It's not 12 people in a circle. But are they fighting to survive?
Ender's Game. Oh no, it is Ender's Game.
Are they fighting to survive? Is that what it is?
I don't really know. I didn't watch the movie.
Oh my god.
But I saw it on TikTok and I was like, damn, I really want to watch this movie. And then I laid down in bed and I put on the movie and I like watched like 6 minutes of it and then I paused it because I got a text and then I started texting and then I just completely forgot the movie was on. And it was like 9 p.m. by then, and I go to sleep. So I just went to sleep after, and that was my day.
Nah, man, I'd be like, hold on, I'm invested in this. Like
I just wasn't.
I get invested, but that's what I think. Like with media, like with movies and like TV or whatever, I get invested. But when it comes to like music, you cannot captivate me in those 4 minutes. Like if I'm not hooked in the first 2-3 seconds, it's not happening. Call me a fucking bot, whatever you want. Like that's just. I'm listening to music to start moving. I'm not there like, damn, bro. Like, this was really me last Tuesday. No, bro.
I don't know. I fuck with music that makes you feel like shit sometimes too, though.
No.
Like sometimes, like I'm like, yo, like I'll listen to a Drake song and he'll be like, the woman that I would try is happy with a good guy.
Is Marvin's Room? Is that a sad song?
Marvin's Room, yeah.
Bro,
that's what I was just singing.
Oh, that's what you were just singing? Bro, like that's how you know I didn't listen to that shit. I was like, why the fuck would I listen to this shit? This shit is ass.
Oh my god, bro. Marvin's Room came out the other day and I was just sitting there like, the woman that I would try is happy with a good guy.
Nah,
and
bro.
I've been drinking so much.
I was like, what is this cuck ass music?
Yeah,
man?
that's hilarious.
To this shit, man.
Drake is a cuck, confirmed. Drake is a cuck. It's a good song. It's just a good song. It does make me feel some type of way. Like that's the thing about like I don't like feeling that type of way, but in my head I'm like, yo, I like feeling this type of way. Like I like being reminiscent a little bit. Like it just reminds me of a different time and a different me. Like we'll never get back who we are. You know what I mean? Like we'll never get that time back, no matter what. So it's kind of nice to like feel nostalgic sometimes, where I'm like, damn, I should have done this. I should have done that. Or it's even like
you can't put on a happy song and feel nostalgic.
No.
What?
My past is full of misery and sadness. Nothing happy like that's the thing, right?
I don't feel like I was filled with a lot of happiness.
No. But like, that's the thing. Happy music doesn't make you remember good times, but sad music makes you remember sad times.
Maybe you.
But it doesn't like evoke an emotion where it's like, oh, I felt like this.
I don't know, man.
On a certain
I
day.
think happiness evokes happiness. I'm not gonna lie.
But I just think that like a sad song with like a sad lyric, like let's say the lyrics like, the woman that will try is happy with a good guy, and I'm like, oh, I have literally been in that position. Like yes,
he's just like me.
He's literally just like me. But there's never like a happy song. Like the lazy song. Let's say Lazy Song by Bruno Mars. Happy song is like, today I don't feel like doing. It's like, yeah, this is cool, but like it doesn't make me feel anything
because that song was barely pushing excitement.
Okay, name a song. Name like a happy song.
Oh my god, you just threw me on the spot.
But it doesn't like well, it doesn't.
Grenade isn't happy at all.
It doesn't. It's not like, a happy song.
But that shit hype as fuck.
Oh, it's not hype. It's not hype.
Yes,
it's a sad
is.
song.
No,
it's a
not.
sad
No,
song, and you like it because it makes you feel an emotion. That's not hype. It's like an emotion that you fucking like physically feel, and that's why I think sad music is like superior. Like actually because I just switched the boat. Like I didn't even think about this until just now. Because think about it, when you listen to the sad music, like, you think about a specific time and place. Like you know where that emotion is coming from. When I listen to happy music, I don't think of where that's coming from. I just think, oh, it's like a happy song. Like
Sunroof.
it's making me
That's
brainless.
You don't. Sunroof doesn't.
What the
put you
fuck
in a
is
happy mood?
Sunroof? I don't know.
No, you put me on that song.
What song is that? I don't even know.
I got my hand on a sunroof.
I didn't put you onto that song.
Yes, you did. You
I
literally
told you
made me use it for your
no, I
video.
didn't. That's not the song we used. That's not the song.
You were literally driving.
That's not the song. That's not the song. That's not the song.
Okay.
Wrong song. Good enthusiasm. I understand. But okay, let's take that song, right? I got my head out the sunroof, dancing the favorite tune. That makes me feel nothing.
It's happy.
But like, do
I'm
you
moving.
do you
I'm
think
jiggling.
about a time when you were happy, or does it just make your brain turn off?
It tickles my brain.
It just makes your brain turn off, because when you like play that shit, you're not thinking. It's just like, oh, this is just like have you ever played COD Zombies?
Yeah.
Okay, you know when you wind up the little toy monkey that's like, and all the zombies go running towards it? That's what happy music is, and the zombies are you. Okay,
yeah.
You're just running at the happy music. You're not even thinking.
I'm not
you're just
gonna
like,
blow up.
You're like, okay, there's a live human being right there, right? You guys don't see me because if you're just listening, right? But I'm pointing. Let's say there's a live human being right there. You're the zombie. You're like, damn, I really want those brains, right? That human being is an emotion, is a feeling, right? And then someone throws out a little monkey. You're like, oh, happiness. And then you just run towards that. But you don't feel nothing. You don't even feel happy, really. Your brain just turns off.
Bro, I'm sorry.
I'm just saying your brain turns off. Like, for sad music, like, whenever there's a sad song on, like, I feel it. But, like, I don't... Maybe I need to go to therapy. Maybe I just process sadness way stronger than happiness.
I can't wait. Because, like...
After the first therapy session?
No, I can't wait till after this and everybody was like, yeah, Juan's right. Like Kevin's actually, like he's tripping. He's like he don't know what he's talking about. Like, bro,
everyone's gonna find out they're fucking depressed.
Yeah, right. It'll be like, oh damn, like maybe Kevin is right.
Or everyone's gonna be like,
be happy.
Maybe our comments are just gonna be like, Juan really needs to go to therapy. It's gonna be the opposite effect. You think it's gonna be people shitting on you, but really it's gonna be like, is this Juan's cry for help? Is this him telling us that he needs us?
Please, for those few that are on my side with things, please.
But there's not even a side to take.
No. Because like my questions and thoughts be so unhinged sometimes. Like not a single person could tell me that they don't be having thoughts like this.
But I'm just saying, like objectively, I feel like sadness is a stronger emotion than happiness. Like sadness will overtake you. Happiness will never overtake you. And I think happiness is more fleeting than sadness is. I think sadness lingers. I think happiness is like a jump boost. And maybe that's more reasons I need to go to therapy, because maybe it shouldn't be that sadness is lingering.
No, I can see that though. A lot of people are gonna get hung up on the sad stuff over the happy stuff.
It's really easier because it's it's more meaningful. Because like happy shit's like, I graduated college. Am I gonna live on the high of graduating college my whole life? No. Let's say someone I know dies. I'm gonna live on that death a lot longer than I will living on the high of graduating college. Graduating college, I lived on that high for a day, maybe. Someone dying, I'll live on that sadness for months. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That makes sense to you guys? I feel like that makes sense.
It makes sense to me.
Hear me out. Sadness is just... Yeah, it's just a more lingering emotion, I think. Like, I really think so. Yeah. It sucks. Maybe I really do need therapy, bro. Maybe... After this, I'm gonna go call my insurance and see what I can line myself up with.
Bro, talking about not going to the doctor, but he gonna go see a shrink.
Could you? Nah, I'm not. I don't hear. Listen, bro. I'm too grown for therapy right now. Guys, this is a cry for help. Please save me.
If you're above the age of 18, why are you in therapy, bro?
Like, just close your fucking phone.
If you got a major in psychology, why are you going to therapy, bro? Pull up the notes.
Yeah, I think oh man. We need to get a therapist.
Bro, I literally tried to pull this in a happy direction and you pulled this back into a sad direction.
Bro, but you just like said things I didn't agree with, bro. All right, let's hear your point though. Like, what about that? But the thing is, your point of it is the same reason you like action movies. It's like, oh, shiny, pretty, wow, good job, and that's how you feel about happiness. You're like, man, happiness. Ooh, wow, it's so shiny, pretty. Let me grab it. Let me look at it. But then when you get to the nitty gritty, that shit not shiny and bright no more,
well,
and you still have to find what you love about the shit that's not just shiny and bright. See, whereas I might focus on the bad shit too much, you don't even give yourself time to process the bad shit. Because you're just living on the shiny, shiny, ooh. Oh, there's a second piece of toast. Let me grab. Like, you're living on that spectrum of the world.
And what? And it makes for some funny ass stories, man.
I mean, I lived through funny shit, but it's not funny the way yours is funny. Like, yours is actually funny. Mine is like, I don't know if I should laugh or feel bad for this guy.
Oh my god.
And you know, that's life.
I thought about that fucking toast for like the next week, man.
I can
That shit was so
imagine like
funny.
you living your life really thinking about that piece of toast. I can really, really imagine you living that way.
Oh
And I
my
really
God.
love that for you. I'm really happy that that's something that you do. Like, you don't let
Steal
nothing stop you.
toast.
Man, if I had to start a podcast with a thief, I'm happy you steal toast.
Wow, I felt that shit, bro.
That was real, right?
Bink.
Listen, there's not a lot of times we agree on this podcast, but when we do it, it turns into something really beautiful.
Yeah, you realize how much you do have in common.
Yeah, it's like I tell you, like, people are like, "Yo, why Kevin?" And I'm like, people, no one says that, but it's like
I would
if-
have started crying.
If
bro.
someone were like,
bro?
"Why Kevin?" I'm like, "Yo, I just love making content with this guy. Like, it's just fucking a good time."
Oh
Like, you
my
got
God.
that's the thing, right? I see a lot of like, listen, I see a lot of clones out there. Like, listen, be yourself. You can't be me or Kevin. You know what I mean? You got to make something natural. You can't do shit for the sake of money. You can't do shit for the sake of success. You got to do shit because you like to do it. Real shit. And me and Kevin, maybe I like to do it more than Kevin, but we like to do it. All right.
Oh my god.
And maybe with that one, we might close on that. Do what makes you happy.
just be happy, bro. Become a monkey bomb. That's what it comes down to.
Become the happiest version of yourself you can be. Because at the end of the day, I don't got to live with you. Kevin don't got to live with you. Your mom not going to live with you forever. Your father not going to live with you forever. Your brother, your sister. Maybe you're an only child. Maybe you don't got no cousins. Maybe you live alone. So the only person that will make you happy is you. And this is not a podcast full of life advice. Because if you listen to this podcast, you will know my life is going to shit every week on week.
Why is this dude in massive debt with no friends, no relationship, telling me what I should be doing? Bro, you're a perfect example of what I shouldn't be doing.
And maybe if you take things away, maybe take away things that you shouldn't do. Okay?
Yeah.
Don't go by my example.
Be unhinged.
Listen. Before we end, just follow the podcast, share the love. We're going to be back on our content grind, hopefully. We say this often, but we're going to make a schedule, and we're going to stick by the schedule, and that's going to be it. Like, no more bullshit. I have to move around and shit, so that's been kind of fucking with me mentally and physically, and it's just been a whole ordeal. Kevin's been going through it. We're all going through it, okay? But we're here. We're being real and honest about what this life shit is, what this podcast is, where we want things to go. Because at the end of the day, if this is nothing else but a journal, I will be happy with that. You know? Me.
Yeah. You got that. Bro.
All right. Give your plug. Tell them where you're going to be and to hit you up to sell fucking plastic, bro.
Be tuned in on the HMO Instagram. That's where we're going to be posting the information where I'm going to be vending at. If you're into,
we could do that.
Yeah, for sure. If you're into Funkos at all, hit me up. We got a ton of shit. If you're in the New Jersey area, hit me up. We could do a meetup and, sell some shit. So that's pretty much
meet
it.
up to sell, not meet up to fucking just
Be
chill
friends. No.
or like murder him. Like meet up to sell stuff. Okay, like that is the goal.
At least pay my family, bro. Before
Yeah. But yeah, I'm not gonna be anywhere. My DMs are still open. If you want to shoot me a DM.
Any therapists out there?
Any
that happen
therapists
to be
that-
baddies, please.
No, I don't want a baddie therapist. I need my
About to
therapist to be a
follow.
little ugly.
Okay.
I need my therapist to be a little ugly. Like if my therapist is too looks too good, it's gonna be too distracting.
That means you'll go more often.
No,
What
it's
a
I'm gonna
win-win.
go and show her that I'm like my best self. I'm gonna be like, yeah, it's because like I just bought this brand new car and like I just put my down
She
payment
better
on the
look at her and
second
like,
house.
this guy is like an impulsive liar.
He's like, you know, I have your bank statements here. Yeah,
Oh my god.
but thank you guys for tuning in week after week. This has been HMO the podcast. Peace the fuck out.
Talk to y'all later.
Mwah.
Mwah.